Hello class, we're going to take a look at exercise 65, and in 65 we have a quadratic equation, for example at 65a, like this, and this is something you have to watch out for. Not because it's particularly difficult, because I don't think that's the case, but some of you might now say, hey, I have a product here on the left hand side, now I can use a times b is 0. But yeah, the right hand side is not 0, so I cannot use that rule yet. And to use that rule, unfortunately for us, you could say, we now first have to multiply out this product, multiply out brackets, and then afterwards we can rewrite it as a product again. Take a look. X times x is x squared. X times 6 is 6x equals 16. Now I want to make the right hand side 0. So I do minus 16 on both sides. X squared plus 6x minus 16 equals 0. This is not a product yet. The right hand side is 0. I'm going to make this a product by using the product sum method. I don't have any common terms, and I cannot use x squared as c because I have a term with x. Which two numbers are added 6 and multiplied minus 16 plus 8 and minus 2. Use a table, blah 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 if you still find it difficult, otherwise do this mentally. X plus 8 equals 0. Or x minus 2 equals 0, x is minus 8, or x is 2. So here you first have to multiply out the brackets, then do minus 16 on both sides, and then rewrite this whole thing inside of brackets again. Okay, let's try to do that at 65b as well. X plus 6 is 5x. Let's try to do this quite quickly. X squared plus 6x is 5x. I want to make the right hand side 0, so I do minus 5x here and minus 5x there. It leaves me with this. Here I have a common factor. The common factor is the x, right? So I can write it like this. Here I've used up all my terms, all my prime factors, so I have to write down a 1 equals 0. That was because of this, right? Oh. If I used up all my prime factors somewhere, I could not write down 0 here. I have to write, you could say there's still a times 1 here, so that's why I write a 1 here. X is 0, or x plus 1 is 0. This one is already a solution. X is minus 1. And you have to write down all the intermediate steps here, because every intermediate step what I have to do, I calculate something and I introduce something new to yourself or to me. Depends on who you're making the exercise for. So this is B. Right? C. X plus 3, x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, you think, well, now I'm going to multiply out brackets because that's what Mr. Opstraat said to do. And then I say, yeah, you can do that if you want to, but I know some of my students are quite lazy. Take a quick look. What's exactly stated here? Something times something is a 0. So we already are at the point that I can just say x plus 3 equals 0 or x minus 8 equals 0. So this is a lot easier than the previous two exercises. They just throw this one in to check if you're still paying attention. And the answer is going to be minus 3 or x is 8. Okay, so always pay attention. Sometimes they try to trick you. And then at D, that's the last one that I'm going to show you. X plus 1, x plus 5 equals 5. Here I don't have equal to 0, so unfortunately here I do have to multiply out the brackets using the parrot-speak method, you could say, which gives me x squared, x times x, plus x times 5, 5x, plus 1 times x, plus 1 times 5 equals 5. Those are like terms, so I can add them up. 5x plus x is 6x, plus 5 equals 5. Now I do minus 5 to get this part equal to 0. Hey, and what I'm seeing here is that my 5 disappears. So I'm left with this. And this is something that I can factorize using the common factor in front of the brackets, right? X in both those terms. So I can now say x is 0. Or x plus 6 is 0. X equals 0 is already a solution, or x is minus 6. And the last two exercises I leave for you guys to figure out. And yeah, if you paid attention in this video, I think F is easier than E. Why? Yeah, because this is already equal to 0. Okay, good luck.